Yeah. Did the trial change your life?
No, it didn't. I got exposed to a lot of things I've never been exposed to. Some good, a lot bad. But no, it hasn't changed my life. I continue to do what I like to do. I continue to live my life. I think there are clearly people out there in the world that have gone through what I've gone through, either as a defense attorney or prosecutor or private attorney, whatever. And you can take this and you can turn it into something. You can become something. You can become a talking head on TV. You can become a, celebrity. You can a D- list celebrity, right? You can become a lower level Cato Kalin type or whatever. So people can do that. And maybe I could have tried to do that. I don't know. I don't care. It's not at all what I'm interested in. You and I were just talking a little bit ago, we're both from South Dakota, and South Dakotans, in my opinion, are humble, down to earth, unassuming, unprepossessing, like grounded folks. We don't talk about ourselves. We don't seek out the limelight. We're not going around doing the self-promotion thing. It's not our forte. And that's who I am. What you see is what you get. I was, after the jury finished up, I was invited on Good Morning America and CNN and NBC and blah, 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 blah. And I said no to all of them, partially because I think professionally, I don't think it's my role as a prosecutor, but other people might have seen that different. But it's also personally me. I'm not terribly comfortable talking about myself. I'm not terribly comfortable in the spotlight. I'll do it when I have to, and I think I can handle it, but it's not something I'm seeking out. It's not something I thrive on. I would prefer to get back to being anonymous and just keep my head down and do my job and raise my family and spend my time with my friends and, live my life. And I don't need any of that other stuff. So.
I've been following a little bit about, what people say. And as I'm watching these videos, there's thousands of comments in these videos of the trial,
Sure.
50% of the people love you and 50% hate you. And is it weird kind of being a polarizing person like that?
It is. I had another jury trial last week. It was a sex assault case, and I lost. This is the first sex assault case I've ever lost, and I don't know why. The jurors don't tell you all their reasoning, but I wonder. I did not ask them. I thought about it. I thought about asking them at the beginning of the trial, like, is there anybody who feels that because of what happened in the Rittenhouse case that somehow it'll change your view of me or the prosecution or hold it against me or blah, blah, blah. And I didn't ask that question because I felt like, ooh, look at me. Look out, don't you know who I am? Blah, blah, blah. I didn't want to play that. Yeah. Like, it's not about me, right? But I wonder, like, I go out in public and there are times when I can tell that somebody's looking at me, and, people come up to me from time to time, and it's usually been positive. There's only been one negative. Everyone else has been positive, and maybe the negatives are just too polite to say anything. I was at the gym today. I was working out. I had my gym clothes on. I'm lifting weights. I've got my buddy there. We're hanging out. We're talking. And out of the blue, this young blonde kid, I don't know, he's probably 20 years old, comes up to me. And it was literally like 5 seconds. Like, he comes up and he's like, hey, he's got his phone in his hand. He's like, hey, I'm a big fan. Can I get a selfie with you? And I'm like, I don't want to be rude. So I'm like, look, it's flattering. Thank you. But I'm not comfortable with that. Thanks. And he's like, oh, no problem. It's okay. That's why I asked. And he went off. I'm at the gym. I'm not even wearing a suit. Like, I'm just hanging out with my buddy. I'm talking about stuff. Like, I'm trying to lift weights. Like, really?
Yeah. This was the first time that had happened?
No, it's not. But it's the most recent time. And it's just, I'm not.
Yeah.
So many of this stuff has been negative. So much of it's been negative that I'm kind of gun shy now. I go out and I go to the store. I go,
no pun intended.
Yeah. And I keep my eyes down. I don't make eye contact. I don't know what people are going to do. I don't know what they're going to say. I don't want to deal with it. Like, I'm here to buy some groceries, leave me alone. Like, I'm a regular guy. I got kids, I got a house, I got a dog. Like, I'm trying to live my life. Like, stop. I don't need
Just
this.
doing your job, right?
Yeah, I don't want to be a lightning rod. I don't want people to, care about any of that stuff. Like, just let me live my life and
Hmm.
move on with yours, right? Like,
Yeah.
if you're all upset about the case. I mean, some of these people, it's funny. I get these emails like, "You're the worst prosecutor in the world. I can't believe you had this case." And I think, well, if you really thought this guy was innocent, wouldn't you want the worst prosecutor in the world to handle the case? Like, I mean, I don't understand what you're trying to say here. Like, if I'm so awful, wouldn't I be your first choice for being the prosecutor on a guy that you think is innocent? Like, I don't understand this, So it's shown me that people have the endless capacity to be trolls on the internet and to come up with all sorts of new and creative ways to try and get at someone. I was telling you earlier, there's a company in Pennsylvania that you can go to and pay them some money, and they will put some feces in a plastic bag, and they will ship it anonymously to anyone in the world that you want them to send it to. So I've had two separate people that have paid probably $40, I don't know, to have this company ship me plastic bags full of what claims to be gorilla feces. I didn't test it. I didn't smell it. I'm not familiar enough with gorilla feces to verify whether or not this is 100% accurate. But today I got an email randomly from eBay that apparently there's some book on ethics that's being shipped to me, and it's coming soon, which I've not ordered any such book. So I can only assume this is someone out there that's spending their money to send me a book, which is like, come on. Whatever, people, it's a different world we live in. The internet enables this. I don't think people did this 30, 40 years ago. I think,
Yeah.
you go to somebody's face and you talk to them directly and you politely explain to them that you disagree with them, and that's fine. But
Yep.
this anonymous internet stuff is it's pathetic. But it's the world we live in.